Court calls the case People versus Tage Seth.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Orlando Simone, Student Legal Services, on behalf and with Mr. Sheth, who's appearing via Zoom. Tage, would you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Tage Sheth.
Thank you. And Your Honor, we're before the court today, and we're ready to proceed with a resolution. We've provided the court with an advice of rights form that I've gone over with my client, who's signed and dated that. Ms. Hughes and I have a resolution on both cases. As to the 5076 case, we provided the court with a plea form. My client would be pleading to the added count 2 of attempted R&O, the understanding that the count 1 will be dismissed. In the 5637 case, my client will be pleading to counts 3, 4, 5, and 6 with a request under sentencing under the Homes Youthful Trainee Act, with the understanding
He'll be pleading guilty to counts 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Correct, Your Honor. And requesting sentencing under the Homes Youthful Trainee Act, and counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed in that matter. Ms. Hughes, is that correct?
He's pleading to a total of 5 different counts.
Correct. That is correct.
That is
All right.
correct. And to be clear for the record, he is not approved for HIDA in 5076, the attempt R&O. In 5637, the 4-count misdemeanor on the complaint, I have entered into a sentencing agreement where the defendant is approved for HIDA in that file only.
And that is correct statement, Your Honor. It's our understanding.
Okay. Understanding I can't bind the sentencing judge in this matter, but I understand what the parties are attempting to do. There shouldn't be a problem. But
And Mr. Sheth understands that as well, Your Honor.
all right. Sir, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State your name again for the record.
Tage Sheth.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 5 misdemeanor charges. You can put your hand down. First of all, that you will be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing in case ending in 5076. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the other matter, I don't have my... I'll just get it from here. Never mind. In the other matter, it's this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 charges of retail fraud 2nd degree in counts 3 and 4. Those are misdemeanors punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become the maximum, or that would become the fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also that you would be pleading guilty to 2 charges, to a charge of retail fraud 3rd degree contained in count 5. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And also that you would be pleading guilty to the charge of breaking and entering illegal entry. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days incarceration or $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Now, you also understand that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge and you would be sentenced before a judge. And sentenced before a judge.
He has two different judges.
Okay. Either one.
Judge Perry and Judge Bell.
Perry, in which case?
Perry is going to be in the one ending in 5637. That one will be in 5076.
All right. You'll be sentenced before Judges Valvo and Perry. Valvo on the case that involves the offense of attempted resisting and obstructing. And on the other matter, you'll be sentenced before Judge Perry. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty
I do.
to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing? How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
To the charge of retail fraud in the second degree contained in count 3, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
To that same charge contained in count 4, how do you plead?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
To the charge of retail fraud third degree contained in count 5, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
To the charge of breaking and entering, how do you plead?
The last time I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, I understand.
Because of that, in each of these cases, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Thank you. I understand, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Okay, I understand.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor, I'm not.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
I do not believe so. No.
Well, has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, that has not happened.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
And because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
Starting in the case ending in 5076. On the date of April 21st, 2023, at the location of Greenwood Avenue and Packard Street, City of Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you come into contact with Ann Arbor police officer?
I ran. I ran.
Your Honor, if I may,
Okay. Pardon?
Your Honor, if I may ask questions. of
Go
my client.
ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Sheff, on April 21st, were you in the area of the Greenwood block?
Yes, I was there.
And at that time, police had come to the Greenwood there to shut down a large block party.
Yes.
And then there was an altercation and police started coming towards you at one point. And did you run from them?
Yes.
And you saw that there were at least 2 uniformed officers acting in their duty.
Yes.
And you continued to run from them down an alley and eluded them from the scene, correct?
Not really down an alley, but yes, I eluded.
Is the court satisfied?
Well, you knew that you were supposed to stop for these police officers. Is that correct?
They did not command me to do so, but yes, I believe I could have stopped.
Mr. Sheff, were were you running from the police and they were directing their efforts to come to you as part of an altercation?
Yes.
And did you believe that you were required to stop and you ran anyway?
Yes, they tried to pull the cartridge taser on me. That was when I knew they wanted me to stop.
And you continued to run even when they did that?
Yes.
All right.
Is the court satisfied, Your Honor?
Well, that seems to be enough. If he'd answer his question straight, then we could get this done. On March 16, 2023, at the location City of Ann Arbor, Washington County, State of Michigan, what did you do at the Michigan tech shop that makes you think that you're guilty of the retail fraud?
I left the store with a pair of headphones without paying for them.
All right. The store was open to the public at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't have anybody's permission to take that property, did you?
No, Your Honor.
And this property you took was property that was offered for sale?
This was for sale, yes.
Did you only take one item?
Yes.
Okay, folks, somebody explain to me the distinction between 3 and 4 then.
Your Honor, if I may. Mr. Sheth, as to count 3, that was on or about March 6th, close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you entered the U of M tech store, correct?
Yes.
And you took one item without paying for it, as you indicated, yes?
Yes.
And you believe the value of that item to be at least $200 and less than $1,000?
The tech shop was selling it for $349, but you could buy the same item at Walmart for $169.
Well, geez, oh, Pete, almighty.
Mr. Sheth,
Okay, look, I'm not going to play his game with this. That was a very direct question. We had very direct questions on the other one. It seems to me that he wants to skirt what he's done. So
I will not waste your time.
More than happy. Sir, do not interrupt me. Ever. So I will take his plea when he decides that he wants to be straight about what he's done. So I'll pass the matter. Mr. Simone, if you want to get on the phone with him and have him understand how he's supposed to answer your questions and or the court's questions regarding this plea, we'll finish it today. Otherwise, we can do it another day, or otherwise, I will just set it for an exam. Those are going to be the options. Court is passing these matters. Okay, so the people versus Tej.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
and Orlando Simone Student Legal Services, Your Honor, in behalf of Mr. Sheth. Mr. Sheth, would you please unmute and state your name again for the court?
Page Chef.
Thank you. Your Honor, apologies for the needing to pass this matter. We are ready to proceed with taking the plea.
Is he going to answer straightforward the questions? Because otherwise, I'm just not going ahead. I mean, I let it pass 3 or 4 times with him. If he can either answer the questions or not.
Your Honor, we are ready to proceed. If I may, if I could expedite this matter, Your Honor, if the court would permit me to ask questions on each of the.
You can go right ahead because he wasn't answering yours any better than he was answering mine. So go ahead, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is the court satisfied as to the count 3 that we left?
No,
Okay.
because he said he took the headphones. Then when we got to the issue of value, he started saying stuff.
Okay.
So
We'll begin with count 3 then, Your Honor. Mr. Sheth, as to count 3 on the case number 5637 on March 6th, were you in the University of Michigan tech shop around close to 3 p.m., 2:50 to 3 p.m. on that
I
afternoon.
March 6th or 16th?
16th. And if we could
Sorry.
change it to a date range on the complaint, that is going to fix part of the problem here. We should have
Okay.
charged it as March 16th to April 25th. And then he'll
Got
talk
it.
about how he keeps going back to the store and stealing all this stuff.
Okay. You have any objection to that amendment?
That's fine, Your Honor. We have no objection.
And so that's from March 16th, 2023 through what date? I'm sorry, Ms. Hughes.
I believe April 7th.
No, April 25th, 2023. Thank you very much, Your Honor, for making that amendment.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Chef, as to all three counts of retail fraud, were you in one of the University of Michigan tech stores somewhere between the dates of March 16th, 2023 and April 25th, 2023?
Yes, that is correct.
And on 3 of those occasions, starting with count 3, that was one occasion you were in the U of M tech store, correct?
Yes,
And on that occasion, did you take, without paying for it, a pair of headphones?
yes, I did do that.
And you understand, it's your belief that the value of that was at least $200 and less than $1,000, correct?
Yes,
And you didn't have permission to take that item, did you?
I did not have permission.
And the U of M tech store was open to the public.
Yes,
Your Honor, is the court satisfied as to count 3?
Count 3, I'm satisfied.
As to count 4, Mr. Sheth, on this occasion, sometime between those dates, which you've already stated on the record, did you enter one of the U of M tech stores and again take a pair of headphones, a different pair of headphones?
yes,
And you believe the value of that particular set of headphones was at least $200 and less than $1,000?
yes.
And did you have permission to take that item?
I did not have permission.
And you didn't pay for it?
I did not pay for it.
And that store was open to the public at the time?
Yes,
Is the court satisfied as to count 4?
I think you've made a factual basis. Go ahead.
As to count 5, Mr. Sheth, this was a third occasion where you entered one of the U of M tech stores, correct?
yes,
And you took an item that was for sale, that was, what item did you take on that occasion? It was
a
less than
JBL Bluetooth speaker.
with a speaker. And it's your belief that item was less than $200 in value, correct?
Yes,
And you didn't have permission to take that item?
I did not.
And the store was open to the public at the time?
Yes, it was.
And you didn't pay for the item?
I did not pay for it.
Very well. And as to count 6, somewhere between March 24th and March 27th of this year, did you enter an apartment as part of the University of Michigan Northwoods 2 residence at 2249 Cram Place, number 7?
Yes.
And did you have permission to enter from the owner?
No, not from the University of Michigan.
Is the court satisfied as to count 6?
As to the factual basis, I'm satisfied. Counsel, has the court complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's pleas to these 5 charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
We are satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count in case ending in 5076. His plea of guilty to count 2, count 1 is dismissed. A pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 15th District Court. Sentencing in that case will be
November 16th at 1:30 p.m. with Judge Valvo.
November 16th, 2023, 1:30,
Yes, sir.
before Judge Valvo. In that matter, bond will continue. In the other matter, court will accept the defendant's pleas of guilty to counts 3, 4, 5, 6. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered in that case. Sentencing,
November 21st at 8:30 a.m. from Judge Perry.
November 21st, 2023. What time?
8:30.
8:30 before Judge Perry. Bond in this case will also continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Mr. Sheth, you are all set, and I'll be in touch with you about setting up a probation appointment.
Thank you.
Very
I
good.
think
Thank you.
that is it for my docket. Folks, thank you very much. Ms. Hughes, have a good evening.